I got the urge to make another motorized bike, and this time it's going to be a little 49cc 2-stroke gas motor. I guess I should explain why I am destroying this perfectly good bike. And the reason is I'm going to be making my own freewheel crankset so that you can pedal and also use the motor. There are kits for these, but I don't need all that other crap. And I don't need to spend $150 or $300. So to start out, I bought a little crankset. In hindsight, I should have just bought this one that came with the little rod instead, but oh well. So the real meat and potatoes of this will be this freewheel itself. And then I also bought this little adapter. It has the same outside thread as the freewheel, and then it has an ID that just perfectly fits the crankshaft. Okay, back to me destroying stuff. Well, I finally got the little bearing cartridge out of there with a lot of hitting and heat. There's still this metal piece that's stuck in there. I was chiseling away at it and it kind of sheared it off. So I'm gonna have to weld something to this, like a breaker bar, and then take it off that way. It was reverse thread. I'm not even lying, that took like an hour and a half to take the pedals off. What's the definition of insanity when you keep doing something over and over again? Or is that just stupidity? I don't know. Nice. And now that I have this in there, I can just line up our bearing. That's pretty stinking cool. Not bad. All right, here's the plan. We'll have the bicycle sprocket on the inside, and then those kind of sandwich together and then bolt to the freewheel. I was going to use this off-the-shelf sprocket, but I'm realizing now I kind of just want to use the one straight from the bike. Gosh, everything about this bike, it was just so difficult. Oh, wait, was it? Wait, it might have been, I don't think I needed to drill those out. You guys are not going to believe this. Check this out. This is our freewheel system. This is the gear I just cut off. Holes line up perfectly. I don't need to make an adapter plate. That is so sweet. Glory, glory, what so all I really got to do is transfer some holes and then make some spacers. Nice. I'm gonna put a 3D printed spacer in there. And this spacer could totally just be made up of washers like this. Whoops. I just decided to 3D print it because I want this whole surface to be sandwiched together. All right. Let's take off the front derailleur. Don't think I need that, but I'm gonna keep it just in case. As you can see, it doesn't quite fit the diameter of this. It's just a little bit off. So I'm just gonna cut up this can. Hopefully that'll eat up a little bit of that play going on. That's nice. That's a beauty. And that's awesome. This is literally like $30 worth the Amazon components. So I have no problems with that. The fact that I welded this on there, obviously not ideal. I should have it welded to the pedal and then the whole thing kind of goes on. The bike frame is aluminum and I don't want to weld to it. I actually 3D printed a mock-up of an engine mount. And this is just a 3D printed mock-up, and you can see I actually have it so it follows the curvature. So I'm gonna have two brackets that come and bolt everything to the frame, and then I'm gonna have a steel bracket that interfaces with the motor that bolts to this. So the other motor mount is steel, so that's easy to work with, and that will be bolted to the motor. The motor I'm using is a 49cc gas scooter clone motor. You usually see them on little mini bikes and things like that. But this was only 60 bucks on Amazon, and it came with the transmission, so that's pretty awesome. The second mount will be bolted on the end like this. I'm just double checking. We're kind of assuming the table is flat, but it looks like there is a little bit of angle change here from the sprocket using my straight edge. Oh yeah, right there. And this gap right here is small enough that I can actually still weld it without any issues. So the motor is going to be poking out just a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be an issue, especially since we have that elongated pedal crank and these offset arms too. So I had some 1/2-inch thick aluminum, and that's what we will be using for the motor mount bracket. Got to cut them out and then sand them down. And it turned out real nice. And that just snaps nice and snug into place. And then this will be like that. I think that should go together pretty well. So there was some secondary operations you got to do. I still have to drill the holes and then tap to get these to bolt together. So the front one is pinching the shifter cable. So I'm gonna notch this out a little bit. And everything, and I mean everything, needs to be Loctited with these 2 strokes. They'll shake you to death. So this is T8F chain, which is pretty common on like little electric scooters and I guess the gas scooters too. You can see we have quite a bit of slack. So I got to resize that. All right, so the engine is completely mounted now. To get the chain decently tight, I shimmed the bottom of the plates with 3 washers. So that just about did it. So I also bought a gas tank for it, and I decided just to use some 3D printed mounts for this that I painted silver, and I think they look pretty good. They kind of blend in. They're kind of fat though. The last thing I gotta do is change out the exhaust, since the existing exhaust kind of just shoots right into your leg. Oh my gosh, this engine just looks so tiny without the exhaust on there. So cute. Should I just leave it like that? Makes all the difference. It's shifting wonderfully now. So I prefer torque over speed, and in this case it's definitely no different. First gear is super torquey, which I really like. No need to pedal at all. The engine starts to struggle around 35 miles per hour in like 5th gear, so there's probably some 2-stroke nerds out there that could make this go much faster, but I'm happy with where it's at.